Hi guys, welcome to Sparkling Brands. Today we're going to check out our Nanos campaign creation. In our previous video we created the Sparkling Brands account. So here we're going to set up a new campaign. So you go to campaigns, click on campaigns and start new campaign. The first thing we do here is pick out a suitable name, one that matches your campaign, and then match it to your business that you've created earlier. So here we go. Now in our next part, we're moving over to the demographics. So we're going to select the age range that we want and select what suits best for your campaign. You can choose male, female, mobile, desktop, and I would select a different campaign per language. I wouldn't use multiple languages for one campaign. And then move on to the locations that you want to service your campaign to. Big thing there is that the locations are coming from Google Maps. So they will adapt to the regions that you select. After you've done that, we can move to the next step. Next up is the platforms you want to advertise on. So you have the choice between Google, Facebook, and Instagram for now. With LinkedIn and Twitter coming up, just take into account that each platform is about 5 francs or dollars per day per platform, minimum. So the more platforms you take, the faster it adds up. And then the next step is where you start to give the algorithm food for the content of your ads. So what you do is you start to put in things that are important and memorable about your product. So just type them in. For me, I'm into SEO. I want to rank #1 in Google. I do search engine optimization. So these are a few of the things that I put in. You do the same for your product and then continue. If you are an expert in keywords, you can all add them manually, but this is giving the AI some food to work with. After that, you get to describe your business. This will give the algorithm even more stuff to work with. It doesn't come on the website, it doesn't add, but it just helps the algorithm flesh out what it needs to build those amazing campaigns that are going to drive new business and new customers your way for a long time to come. So here we go. Next up is actually letting the smart algorithm or their AI read your website. So we're gonna allow the AI to read the website and gather all the keywords it needs to gather from there. I've sped up the process a little bit here, so you don't have to wait, but it doesn't take longer than a minute to read the whole thing. But that also depends on the size of the website, of course. So the bigger the website, the longer the crawling will take. But here it's actually done quite fast. So we move on to the next step, which is basically editing our first ad. So we're starting with the Google one, but basically you have one ad per platform. So take in the first headline and you can see it appear on or adapt on the right hand side of the screen what you will get or how the people on Google will see your ad appear. So basically you fiddle with it a little bit and adapt the images, adapt the headlines, make sure that you describe your product, make sure that you describe your brands, and that it is something that would attract attention. So then you pick out the image that you want, you go search it on your computer, pick out the one that suits or that you've chosen, and check if everything's all right, and then move on to the next advertisement. And this is your Facebook ad, where we go through the exact same process of taking out the little errors, adapting the text, making sure everything's correct, so that the artificial intelligence can start and improve as it goes along. So it takes all your data, it takes all your the data from your website and the words and the text that you filled in earlier, and starts to adapt the keywords that it needs to optimize for demographic targeting. So every day it will improve your ads a little bit. It will target them a little bit better, but it all depends on the data that it has to start with. So the more data that you give it, the more information that you give it, the better that this whole creation process is going to work. And for this whole thing to work, we need a budget. We need to know how long the ads will run. You can choose your currency here. I'm in Switzerland, so I'm using Swiss francs. You start the date you want to start your campaign. You can even set it by the hour, depending on when business is best. This is something that you have to find out, or the algorithm will improve for you. Basically, if you take about $5 or francs per platform per day, that's the minimum you can go off, and then it will balance the whole budget per day and add it to the platform that's performing best. So basically, then you made it till the end, you're ready, and the only thing that's left to do is set up the payment. You can do it either by credit card or by PayPal. There is a 3% charge on the cards, either PayPal or credit cards, or both. And then you're ready to get going and get those new customers and build your business with online advertising. It's as easy as that. Just go for it, give it a try, and see how it works out for you guys.